You can be surrounded and still feel alone. Maybe your phone has notifications, messages, conversations happening all day, but when everything goes quiet, when the screen turns off, something in you feels empty again, like no one really sees what you're carrying or how heavy it's been lately, and you haven't really said it out loud. But part of you is tired of being strong by yourself, tired of processing everything alone, tired of pretending you're okay when deep down you wish someone would just notice without you having to explain. There's a kind of loneliness that isn't about being physically alone. It's the kind that sits quietly in your chest, even in a crowded room. The kind that makes you wonder, if I disappeared for a moment, would anyone really know what I'm going through? And maybe you've tried to fix it, tried to stay busy, tried to distract yourself, but the silence keeps coming back. Because deep down, this isn't just about people. It's about connection, real connection, the kind where you don't have to filter your thoughts, where you can exhale and not feel judged, where someone looks at you and understands without needing a full explanation. And right now, you might feel like that kind of connection is far away, like it's something other people have, but not you. But stay here for a moment, because what if this feeling, this quiet ache, is not a sign that something is wrong with you, but a signal that something is missing that was always meant to be there? And maybe, just maybe, tonight is where that begins to shift. You're not broken. It might feel that way sometimes, like something in you just doesn't connect the way it should, like everyone else figured something out that you somehow missed. But the truth is, you were never designed to carry life by yourself. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I should be able to handle this. I don't want to bother anyone. They probably have their own problems. So you stay quiet. You keep things inside. You manage until it starts to feel like too much. And slowly, without even realizing it, you've built a life where you're always the one holding everything together. But no one is really holding you. That's exhausting, because strength was never meant to look like isolation. And independence was never meant to replace connection. Somewhere along the way, you learned to survive without leaning on anyone. Maybe because you had to. Maybe because when you tried before, you were misunderstood or let down, or made to feel like your feelings were too much. So now, even when people are around, a part of you still holds back. You share, but not fully. You speak, but not honestly. You show up, but not completely. And it leaves you feeling unseen, even in conversation. But listen carefully, this isn't a personal failure. This is a human need that hasn't been met yet. You were created for connection, for real agreement, for people who can stand with you, not just around you. And maybe what you've been calling weakness is actually your heart asking for something deeper, something real. And that shift starts by realizing this. You don't need to become someone else to belong. You just need the right people and the courage to stop hiding. Something changes when you're not alone, not just emotionally, but spiritually too. There's a kind of strength that only shows up when someone stands with you, when your voice isn't the only one speaking into your situation, when someone else believes, even when your faith feels tired. Because agreement is powerful. It's different from advice, different from small talk. Agreement is when someone looks at your life, your struggle, your quiet prayers, and says, I'm with you in this. And suddenly, it doesn't feel as heavy. Maybe you've been carrying thoughts that keep looping in your mind. Doubts, fear, overthinking. And when it's just you, those thoughts get louder. But when the right voice enters your life, it interrupts that cycle. It brings clarity. It brings peace. It reminds you of truth when your emotions are all over the place. You don't need a crowd. Sometimes two is enough. Two people choosing honesty. Two people choosing to show up. Two people choosing to believe for something better. That's where breakthrough begins. It's not that there aren't people. You can be in rooms, groups, conversations, and still feel like no one really knows you. And the reason is simple, but not easy. We hide. You say, "I'm fine," when you're not. You keep things light when something deeper is weighing on you. You change the subject right when it starts to feel real, because somewhere in you, there's a fear. If I show too much, will they pull away? If I'm honest, will it make things awkward? If they really knew me, would they still stay? So you protect yourself. But here's the quiet truth. The thing you're using to protect yourself is also the thing that's keeping you disconnected. Because connection doesn't happen at the surface. It happens where honesty begins. Not everyone around you is meant to be close to you, because the voices closest to you shape you. So pause for a moment after spending time with people. How do you feel? Lighter or drained? Seen or dismissed? Encouraged or quietly doubting yourself again? This isn't about judging anyone. It's about awareness, because your inner circle is influence. You don't need a perfect circle. You need an aligned one. People who remind you of truth, who hold space without pressure. Because the right people won't just be around you, they'll help you rise. The right people don't always appear by accident. Sometimes they are answered prayers. So instead of asking for more people, ask for the right ones. God, bring me people who bring peace. Bring me people who speak life. Bring me people in alignment. That clarity changes everything, because you stop chasing connection and start aligning with it. Sometimes the connection you're waiting for begins with you. What if someone else is also waiting? So start small. A message, a check-in, a simple "Hey, I was thinking about you," because connection often begins quietly. And sometimes the miracle starts with you. Let's slow down. Right here. God, I've been carrying more than I let people see. I don't want to stay hidden anymore. Bring the right people into my life. People who bring peace, not pressure. Truth, not confusion. Heal the parts of me that are afraid to open up. I release doing life alone, and I receive something new. A shift, a quiet peace. I am stepping into connection. I am no longer walking alone. Amen. Change doesn't happen all at once. It starts small. A message, a moment of honesty, a simple presence. Because consistency creates safety, and safety creates real connection. So start small, because small steps build something real. Something is shifting even now. Not loud, not dramatic, but real. So say this out loud or type it. I am stepping into real connection. I am no longer walking alone. Let it settle, because this is where it begins. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're being led into something real. And this time, you won't have to walk it alone.